favor, please.
In the summer of 2018, a group of friends in Clark County, Washington, decided to go swimming at Molten Falls, a popular spot with a 60-foot-high bridge towering over the water. Every summer, locals gather here to test each other's bravery, daring one another to make the jump. And since there are no local ordinances against it, they completely ignore the warning signs telling them not to. One girl in the group wasn't sure if she wanted to jump. While some friends tried to encourage her, her best friend Taylor sat right behind her. Then, in a shocking moment, Taylor suddenly shoved her without warning, sending her falling completely unbalanced. She landed face first in the water, leaving everyone horrified. Take a look.
3,
No, I won't go in.
2.
Well, she's saying no.
No, I just...
Ready? Oh, that's so.
3,
No, I won't go in.
2.
Well, she's saying no.
No, I just...
Ready? Oh, that's so.
After Jordan hit the water, it was immediately clear that something was wrong. It's important to note that jumping from 60 feet, even for trained professionals, is extremely dangerous. But this wasn't just a painful fall. Jordan suffered 6 broken ribs, a punctured lung, and severe bruising all over her body. The case quickly made national headlines, and Taylor was interviewed by multiple news outlets. She expressed regret and explained that she wasn't allowed to visit Jordan in the hospital, though to many it seemed pretty clear that Taylor was enjoying the attention she was getting. But Jordan and her family wanted accountability, so they took Taylor to court. In the end, Taylor pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment. And while Jordan's physical injuries were severe, she was also left with deep mental scars, essentially developing PTSD from the traumatic fall. During the trial, Jordan needed help from her mom to fully explain just how serious the situation was. Here's that clip.
Injuries I faced were 6 broken ribs. I had punctured both my lungs. I had a hematoma behind my throat. I had torn my muscles in my rotator cuff, which reflected in the dropped shoulder, and I had very bad bruising all throughout my body.
I'd like to sincerely apologize to Jordan Holgerson, her family, and friends for the pain and humiliation I have caused by my mindless action that occurred last summer.
In the end, the defense recommended no jail time, but the judge didn't agree. Instead, Taylor was sentenced to 2 days in jail and 38 days of community service. As for Jordan, she thankfully made a full recovery. And despite everything, the bridge remains a popular summer hotspot for locals. But as always, let me know what you think. The following video comes from a user named TDC Urbexing. In this clip, he explains that he's about to explore an abandoned school hidden somewhere in Southwest Virginia. Unlike his usual videos, this time he's completely alone. As he moves deeper inside, the darkness thickens, forcing him to switch on his flashlight. After discovering a set of stairs, he cautiously begins to climb. But what happens next is truly terrifying.
I guess I'll go towards the darkness. Might as well. Oh yeah, that's better. Ugh. That is actually awesome. Look at all that. I don't know if you can see that with night mode. Let me see. No. Okay. There you go. Let me see. Let me see it like that. I'll try to get it to where you can see it in color. Look at those. No, you actually can't see it. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna check these out. Okay. What the heck? Okay,
In case you missed it, when he first enters the bathroom, the floor is completely empty. That's when he gets startled by a cardboard cutout lurking inside one of the stalls. But as he turns to leave, something chilling happens. Now on the ground, a note has appeared. It reads, "Run." Things only get stranger from there. When he tries to go back down the stairs, the path he just used is now blocked by debris. And once again, that disturbing cutout appears before he finally turns to flee. This is likely just clever editing or maybe even a prank by a friend, but it doesn't change the fact that the whole thing is incredibly unsettling. Let me know what you think. 3 friends, exploring with the Randonautica app, unknowingly ventured into a nightmare at West Seattle Beach. At first, the discarded suitcase they stumbled upon seemed unremarkable, just another piece of forgotten luggage. But the moment they cracked it open, a gut-wrenching stench hit them like a tidal wave, sending shivers down their spines. Panic set in, and without hesitation, they reached for their phones to call the police.
So we just found this suitcase, and we're gonna get it. Okay, so they're like opening it up with the sticks, because we don't wanna... Yes, there's a bag! There's a bag, like a black bag in there. Oh, it is a bag! Oh my god! And it's like, it washed up. Just called the police and we're waiting for them to come. So we called the police twice. It's been 2 hours and the water is like rising. The suitcase is like closing.
Inside the suitcase lay a grim and heartbreaking revelation: the dismembered remains of Jessica Lewis and Austin Wenner. Their lives had been brutally cut short by their own landlord, Michael Lee Dudley, in a ruthless act of violence over unpaid rent and alleged criminal dealings. Justice eventually caught up with Dudley, sentencing him to life behind bars. But for the 3 friends who made the horrifying discovery, the trauma of that moment lingers like a shadow, a memory they can never unsee. In the summer of 2022, on the Apple River in Wisconsin, a confrontation broke out between a man named Nikolai and a group of friends who were out tubing, a popular local activity. According to reports, Nikolai approached them, convinced they had taken his cell phone and demanding it back. What should have been a simple misunderstanding quickly spiraled out of control. With alcohol in everyone's system, tensions flared as Nikolai reached for the phone, believing it was his.
Now, after not being able to locate the phone, he seems to want to disengage and walk away. That's when the kids begin to call him inappropriate names, and this only escalates the situation because he begins to approach them again.
I'm 14. Yo, the new iPhone got that good quality. What do you say? Yeah, what the hell? Who is this? Yes. Further culture.
After failing to find his phone, Nikolai appears ready to walk away. But that's when the group begins taunting him with insults, escalating the situation further. Frustrated, he turns back toward them. As tensions rise, a woman from another group joins in, and the shouting intensifies. Suddenly, people start yelling that Nikolai hit one of the girls off camera, and within moments, the group completely surrounds him. Due to TOS restrictions, I can't show the full footage, but I can display stills. At this point, they shove Nikolai into the water and even strike him again. As he gets up, the group continues berating him, unaware that he's now holding a knife, one he had hidden in his pocket. Before they can react, he starts swinging. In mere seconds, multiple people are stabbed before anyone even realizes what's happening. But the moment they see blood spreading in the water, their aggression turns to panic. And this is what happens next.
Are we serious? Is it real? Who is that? Oh my God.
Nikolai quickly fled, ditching the bloody knife in a nearby creek. When the police eventually caught him, he tried to lie, unaware that the entire incident had been recorded. As his stories unraveled, the jury lost all trust in him. In the end, he was sentenced to 20 years for first-degree reckless homicide. Of the 4 victims stabbed, Isaac, just 17 years old, didn't survive. This case made national headlines, sparking heated debates among those following it. But no matter your opinion, one thing is clear. Always have a lawyer when speaking to police, and most importantly, avoid conflicts like this whenever possible. Because this never had to happen. A man's ride home from a hike in Pakistan took a sinister turn when he encountered a group of eerie figures. With each passing second, the air grew heavier, and the darkness around him deepened.
भैया ना करें ऐसा निकालो मुश्किल का ज़माना है मुश्किल बंद कर दूं ऑफ कर दें घर वाले कॉल करेंगे हाँ पैसे दो पैसे दे रहे अल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्ला हुवल हय्युल क़य्यूम पैसे निकाल लें कार्ड छोड़ दें कुछ रास्ते के लिए छोड़ दें 100-200 वो छोड़ देंगे वो दे देंगे बाकी नहीं है लाइसेंस पक्का 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 खड़े रहो
The biker, gripped by fear, begged the robber for mercy, but was met with an icy demand for his money. Left with no choice, he surrendered his belongings, lucky to escape unharmed. This next video was sent to me via email by a TikTok user named Winston. He described how at 5 a.m. on Christmas morning, a man suddenly ran onto his porch, his hand covered in a red-like substance. At first glance, Winston thought it looked fake, but his suspicion grew when he noticed another man following close behind. To avoid any YouTube issues, I've blurred his hand, but here's that bizarre clip.
Please. Please. Oh, contesta, por favor, mira, me quieren matar. Por favor. Por favor. Please. Please. Por favor, yo soy parero geriátrico. Por favor, contesta.
As you can see, he's definitely not alone. But what makes this even more unsettling is what he says. After translating his words, the message reads, "Shortly after this, Winston called the police. His neighbors later confirmed that these men had visited their houses too, before eventually being picked up by local authorities. Whether this was a real incident or some elaborate hoax remains unclear. But one thing is certain, it's always best to verify before opening your door. As always, let me know what you think."